Tuesday, November 8th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Hope you had a great weekend, and certainly the weather for much of the region was really quite nice overall. And certainly today and tomorrow too, some excellent weather is on the way around the Carolinas, but some more cold weather is then going to follow suit as we get into the tail end of the week. Let's talk about the severe weather yesterday. There was a good bit of it. A pretty active day in Texas and Oklahoma. A number of tornadoes in Oklahoma with that activity, and still, even at this early morning hour, I'm cutting this video as usual during the 5 a.m. hour, some pretty active thunderstorms in parts of Texas and Oklahoma. Big band of rain stretching from the Great Lakes down into parts of the Midwest and the Ozarks. Then you get into the thunderstorm activity there, really from southernmost Missouri down into Texas. A couple of active severe thunderstorm warnings at the time I'm cutting this video there in Texas, and still a lingering tornado watch as well. There's the severe weather outlook area today. A slight risk from East Texas into southeastern Oklahoma, much of Arkansas, Louisiana, and into southeastern Missouri. And that'll be as this cold front continues to slide eastward. I'll show you the upper level energy involved in just 1 second. There's the temperatures this morning, pretty warm just ahead of the advancing cold front, fueling that continued severe weather threat. But it is much chillier behind the front. A lot of teens, 20s, and 30s back in the Rockies and the northern plains. And that next big shot of cold air gets into the eastern U.S. by the end of this week. And there's the upper air chart for this afternoon. Pretty potent piece of upper level energy swinging into Texas and Oklahoma, fueling that, again, that severe weather threat for today. But notice what happens. There we are this afternoon. We go on out into Thursday, and a lot of that energy pulling north. Now, this is a strong trough swinging in. It'll drive that cold front through, but not a lot of the dynamics or the moisture needed to promote any significant rain chances. So I think we're looking at maybe a very brief passing shower chance with the front Thursday, then much colder by Friday. Today, our highs in the lower 70s for much of the region with sunshine. A beautiful day, and similar highs tomorrow. Maybe a couple ticks cooler, but overall still a very nice afternoon for our Wednesday. But Thursday is the day the cold front moves through. Good deal of cloud cover, maybe a very, very brief light shower. That's going to be about it. Behind the front Friday, it's going to be cold. In fact, I think in many Piedmont spots, it is going to be a struggle to get our highs up into the low and mid-50s despite a sunny sky, and then that high pressure is parked directly overhead Friday night into Saturday. And so I think we'll see a lot of Piedmont lows making a run to the upper 20s or so by Saturday morning. Highs Saturday, upper 50s to maybe 60 or so, and then we'll be well up into the 60s on Sunday. It'll be a quick temperature rebound this time around, some 60s for highs Sunday and Monday, maybe even a few folks hitting 70 on Monday or maybe Tuesday before that next front drops in. Now, some discrepancies later on next week. The European wants to send a big blast of cold air later next week into mainly the western and central U.S. The GFS sends it into the eastern U.S. as we get into Thursday and Friday of next week. We'll see which model wins that battle in coming days. All right, in the tropics, we have a new subtropical storm. That is Sean. And there's some of the computer model guidance on Sean. What will happen is as that next trough swings in, it will pick up Sean and turn it to the north and northeast. There's the Hurricane Center forecast. However, worth noting that some of the models do pull some pretty good rains up here into the northeast, and many of those spots do not need any rain. And there could be some, if that moisture does get in train, could be some pretty good rain totals in parts of the northeast later this week. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great Tuesday, and God bless.